So I'm going to be honest, I don't even really know how to start this video. It's absolutely going to break my heart. And I guess all we can do is just make the video and hold it together. Let's do this. What is up, guys? Welcome back to Whisper Tactical. My name's John, and today I am going to shoot the brand of firearm, the same firearm that was used to kill my uncle when there was a police officer involved shooting. Now, it's not the gun that the officer used. Obviously, it's not that gun. I'm trying to track that gun down. I'm trying to locate that gun. I've messaged the chief of police, but he doesn't like me very much. I don't think so. You know, I don't think he's going to message me back. But I'm trying to track that very gun down. I want that gun. I want that gun in my collection. I want to have it. I don't know why I want it, but I do. So, anyways, back in 2012, my uncle was shot and killed by a police officer, and it took me 10 years. It took a decade for me to muster up just what it took to message the police officer who shot my uncle and ask him what he used. What gun did you use? I know it was a 40 Smith & Wesson, but what gun was it? Was it a Glock 22, a Glock 23? Like, you know, and he was like, it was a HK USP 40. And I was like, okay, so it's one like this. And it's exactly like this, as a matter of fact, because this is a law enforcement trade-in. See if you can see that real quick. That's the magazine. This is the gun. So the sights are off a little bit. It is it's hitting left, and it's not me. I'm aiming center mass on the head of the target, and it is hitting about an inch low and to the left. Let's try a couple of double taps. Let's do a triple tap. So it's not locking back for me, and I'm just going to say that it's probably just really worn in. I know my hands aren't big enough to be hitting that, my hands are not big enough to be hitting that daggone slide release, I don't think. Let me try it again. Oh yeah, I forgot. I gotta compensate. There, it locked back. Okay. Let's try some one-handed. Now, let's try some one-handed shooting. Let's do that again. I want to do that again. All right. So I'll tell you what happened. It hit his breastbone. The round hit his breastbone. It was a center mass shot. It hit his breastbone. It went through his aorta. It severed his aorta from his heart, and it lodged in his spine, crippling him. And he bled to death in 47 minutes at the fucking hospital. Let's go ahead and load up a magazine of this 165 grain Federal American Eagle. Woo! That is a lot hotter than that LAX. And like I said, look, it's pulled an inch to the left. Oh shit. Look at the ledge there, and then look at the ledge over here. Like that rear sight is way off. I was wondering what was going on, because I don't usually miss like that. The first thing I'm going to do, though, is see if I can capture one of these Federal HST bullets. I've got like 10 pounds of like cake fondant in those silver packages, and I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to see if I can put one of these rounds in the center of that and see if it'll actually catch it. I don't want to look at this. This is liable to bring a tear to me. This was the second round. It hit right there. That's the exit on the first one. That's the entrance on the second one. For reference size. And here's the entrance on the third one. And it busted the paper on the back. But there's where the bullet hit. So the bullet is in here. That's a pretty big fucking bullet, man. There's the back of it. And there's the front of it. Some pretty good expansion. Some good expansion. Right here. Imagine that hitting your chest, center breastbone, and clipping the side of your heart, and then going into your spine. If you all want to read the story about it, I'll put a link in the description below that will link you over to the page where the reporter or whatever the guy was who wrote a story on it, and you can read it. I can't read it because it talks about how he fell back and gurgled on blood and all kinds of shit. So every time I read it, I cry. So I'm not going to read it to you all. But if you want to read what happened, I will link it in the description below. Alright. Okay. Fuck me, man. Alright. Okay. Okay. Alright. Let's go back to shooting. Let's go ahead and drop in another HST. We're going to shoot the one on the left. Let's drop in a 180 grain double tap. Again with the Federal HST. On the left. .180 grain double tap. Look at that. I nicked it. Woo! Federal HST. Entrance hole. Exit hole. Holy shit. I think I'll be able to get a double tap right there. Let's do this again. 180 grain double tap. Guys, the Federal HST, way more damage. So that's the Federal HST. That's the double tap. All I know is that I can tell you how painful it was when I got that news. I was standing in the doorway of our bunkhouse where I slept at, and there was a church on site, a chapel. The owner of the guy had been in prison, and he wanted to create a place for guys who was getting out of prison to come and live, to get reinitiated back into society, but they also took in people who needed help and were homeless and whatnot. So the chapel was there, and our bunkhouse is over here, and whenever the shot was fired, I got a phone call, and when they told me on the phone, it hurt me so bad that I passed out. I remember standing in the doorway talking on the phone, and I woke up in the chapel with our piano player Charlie, one of the leaders of the program, the halfway house. He was trying to get me to wake up because the news of that, it pained me so bad that I passed out from it. I'll see you all in the next video. Love you all.